You are not failing because you are not skilled. It's just that your strategy sucks. Let me tell you exactly what you need to do. I wasn't failing, I wasn't failing because I couldn't trade. I was failing because my strategy had no structure. Every time I got close to passing my ProFirm challenge, something small would blow the account. Entering too early, missing confirmations, or holding too long. Then I made a few small shifts, not a full overall as it were, just tweaks in my strategy execution, how I confirm structure, manage risk, and entries using liquidity and fair value. That's when everything clicked. The same setups I used to trade before suddenly started producing consistent results. This small shift helped me finally pass my ProFirm challenge, and they can do the same for you as well if you will listen to what I'm about to share with you in this video. So I'm about to share with you my simple blueprint on MSnR, how to trade a simple support and resistance strategy, the Malaysian support and resistance strategy, step by step. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, so what exactly are you going to learn in this video? First, I'm going to show you how price moves, providing by how price move. Now, the first thing you must understand is that price does two things majorly. If you watch my recent video, my last video, I said a few things about it. Now, price will either provide fair value. Price will provide fair value. And secondly, price will seek liquidity. Price will seek liquidity. Now, these two things are what price does majorly. Okay, so how do we know this? I explained that in the recent video, so because of time factor, I'm not going to dive deep into it. In case you want to, when you are done watching this video, you might want to consider watching that video as well. So basically, for example, as you can see, of course, we're going to a plain chart and I will show you exactly how to do this step by step. So as you can see on here, we see that this is a liquidity. So at this point, price is seeking liquidity. How about this? Price was providing fair value. You understand that price does not just move in a single linear manner, but it moves in a zigzag manner, right? Price move up, down, creating higher highs and higher lows. So because of that, we need to understand what price is doing per time. So for example, you can see here, if price is moving up like this, when price breaks this level, is doing what? Is seeking liquidity, and it would either leave a fair value gap. So if there's no fair value gap and probably there's a fair value gap here, price might want to come seek a fair value gap on here. Right, so that's a basic of what you need to understand about price providing fair value or seeking liquidity. Now, how about when price tap into our MSnR key levels? That's what price is doing. Price is mitigating or providing fair value gap when that providing fair value, not gap rather, price providing fair value when that is happening. So let me show you exactly how you can do this and how you can implement this in your trading. So for us to do this, we need to understand a few concepts. First, we need to understand what a key level is. Okay, so first thing first, let's talk about the key level. So let's move in depthly and we're going to have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So first thing first, we need to identify the key levels. Okay, so of course I have a video on my channel on that. So first we have a key level, which is we call the A classic key level, and we have the open close or the gap key levels. So first thing first that you need to understand when it comes to key level trading, right? The first thing is you need to know exactly what these key levels are. So for example, we have these two candles. So when we have a sell and a buy candle on the same level, we have this as our key level, and of course that becomes our V-shaped key level. So a V-shaped key level is when we are bullish. All right, when we are bullish, when we are expecting price to go to the upside, that's when we have V-shape. While on the other hand, A-shaped key level is when we have we have a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. And of course, you are going to understand this better when we go to the line chart. So as you can see on the line chart, it's quite easy to mark. So we can mark all the A and V shape key level here, V shape key level, A shape key level, and V-shaped key level. So now that you have the basic foundation of what these key levels are, let's dive right into something more detailed. Now before then, we also have what we call the gap key levels, which we have two candles moving in a consecutive directions. All right, so that's what we call the gap or open close key levels. So these two are very important in what we are about to do. So simply, as you can see, even this trade, I took this trade based on what? Based on the open close key level. So of course, let me show you a simple secret and how you can implement this in your trading. All right, so in order for us to do this, there's one more concept I will need to let us understand here, which is the breakout. So breakout is quite simple, which you already know if you trade the ICT concept, smart money concept, or you trade the supply and demand. You should understand a simple and basic break of structure. So we have this as a break of structure. Let's increase this font so that you can understand this. So break of structure is when a previous swing point is taken, then we have a break of structure. Now there's also what we call the change of character, and there's also what we call the breakout. So we will not dive right into all of those information in this simple video. Today I just want to show you my simple blueprint. That's all. That's my assignment. All right, and literally I'm going to show you how we can do that using using the MSnR and using my profit system. So first thing first, understand what I already said. I talked about price providing fair value and price doing what? Seeking liquidity on here. So these two things, so that's exactly what's happening. So on this chart, for example, price is currently seeking liquidity. So it's understandable, and once you are able to get this on, once you are able to get this right, a lot of things are going to shift in your trading forever. Okay, so now that you have all of this insight, now that you have all of this understanding, I need to show you something a bit practical, little bit practical, right? So one of the things that we are going to do is the entries. So it is getting more interesting when we talk about the entries. The entries are very, very important, and this is where we are going to camp on in this particular video. And of course, I'm going to show you some practical steps on how we can do this. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we need to identify our key levels. Remember, now that you know about key levels, let's identify some key levels. So of course, there's what we call time frame alignment, which I might not really talk about in this particular video right now, but there's what we call time frame alignment. Okay, so let's very quickly, let's make this lively. Okay, so as you can see on here, price is reacting from a key level. So if I may ask, what particular key level is this? Is this an A shape, V shape, or open close key level? Right, you know it, right? So this is an open close key level, so let's dive right in. All right, so it is very important that we pay attention. So once we have this key level, so this is a daily key level, right? So we want to see a daily price action reacting from this key level, just like this. So for example, we have a key level on here, right? So we want to see a daily. So if price come and price reacts from our key level, we want to see this candle close first. So for example, this candle close, so on this particular day it closed like this, so we want to trade the next day. Okay, so of course this is based on time frame alignment, and you can get all the details on my channel. So first thing first, now that we've done this, so for us to know where we are going to see the accurate breakout. All right, so this is my trade, our trade. I've hit take profit, and this is massive, isn't it? Doing this live, right, in your presence. So it's not a gimmick, everything sent to the academy. Of course, I was a little bit distracted on there, so let's move on. So all profits achieved. So you know, the money first, right? We have to secure the bag. Very important. All right, so let's come back to class now. For example, we have this as our key level here, right? These are key level. So when we have the rejection, we need to bring a vertical line. Why? Because I'm going to show you when we are dealing on breakout. So we'll go to a time frame lower. So I think I should, okay, we'll go to a time frame lower. So this is a time frame lower, in this case 4 hours. So we have what do we have? We have daily, reject daily, when we have daily, reject daily, daily, reject daily, that's key level now, right? Then we'll have a 4-hour breakout, and I called it a simple change in state of delivery, which is CISD. Now this is very important if you really want to understand breakout. So for example, this is exactly what we have, where price tapped now, and where is our swing level. So to understand swing level, we'll need to define it. So what exactly is swing level? So let's define a swing point. So first thing first, for you to understand a swing point, if the price is going to the downside, we'll have a bearish, bullish, and bearish candle. So we have 1 higher candle and 2 lower candle in relation to that middle candle. That's exactly when we have our swing level. So now that you understand swing level, it's basic, right? So let's not waste all the time there. So we have this what level is this? This is an A-shaped key level. So in a bullish market, we want to see price breaking A-shaped key levels. So of course, if we go to the line chart, you see that it's clear on there, right? So that's a particular key level right there. Now you might say, oh, this is hindsight. Of course, because I'm teaching you, so I have to show you in hindsight. Of course, you see this is live market. Everything that's the same system which I use on here as well. So there is no gimmicks at all. It's something that is real and consistent, and of course, when you know what you are doing, you become very profitable. So let's come back to class, guys. Enough of all of those. Now once we have this breakout on the 4-hour, we need to pay attention to it as well. We can bring out our vertical line as well. The essence is so that we'll be able to know where price might likely react from, all right, or where price, or probably where we want to take our entries from. Now this is very important. Once we have our breakout, the next thing is our key level. So that's a key level, this is a key level, right? And of course, this is a key level. Now, are we going to use all of this key level at the same time? Obviously not. There are systems which we can use to identify valid and invalid key level, and this is where confirmation candles come in. Of course, I'm not going to show us, I'm not going to show us confirmation candle in this video, but of course, I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind, that could increase your win rate. Okay, so once we have been able to identify this, now we want to enter our trades, right? So let's call this so that you can understand things better. So now that we have our break of structure on here, the next important thing is we'll go to a time frame lower. So these informations are too much on here, so we'll remove some of the information that are on here. So what do we do in this particular scenario? It's quite easy. So the next thing, we wait for price to come to where? To come to any of our key level here. But we are not just going to come to that or wait for price to come here. We don't know if this is the one price want to use or this particular one, right? So what do we do then? It's quite simple. All we need to do is wait. Now remember what I taught us the first time when we came to the chart. Price does how many things? 2 things. And what price provide fair value and does seek liquidity. So what's happening now? Price had already sought liquidity here, true or false? So what do we have here? Fair value gap. Now we are not trading fair value gap. neither are we trading it blindly. You need to understand the logic behind this. We already know that price is doing what? Price have sought liquidity, so one option remaining that price wants to do, which is obviously providing fair value. So there is a fair value gap here, so price will need to provide fair value in order to close this gap, and this is why where we need to wait and wait patiently. So one of the things we can now do is we can go to a 30-minute time frame and simply wait for that to happen. And of course, we already have something here, and that serves as more like an inducement, and we can enter a trade around this level. All right, so we can enter a trade around this level, and of course you can wait or set your limit order, or simply wait patiently for price to come a bit closer. Okay, so let's see exactly what price will do. All right, so this is it. As you can see, we also have more inducement creating bit that is being created on here. So what can we do? We can literally enter off of this, right, and we can target the next daily key level, right? The reason why we can target next daily key level is quite simple, is because price move from one key level to another, providing fair value and seeking liquidity. So as you can see, there was a nice tap here from where? From our key level. So if I may ask, what particular key level did price react from on here? Is it open, close, A shape, V shape, or none of the above, or all of the above? Right? I know you know it, right? So this is an open, close key level that price is reacting from, and in this case, this is the 1 hour open, close key level on there. So we simply enter our trade and wait for price to do its thing, and of course you have to wait patiently. Okay, so when this happen, you can choose to wait for another daily reject daily, or you simply continue, especially when you know what price might likely do in the future. So for example, if you know what price might likely do in the future, then you can look, simply wait and trade the continuation. So let me give you an example. So you see, this is what? An A-shaped key level, and broken by this, isn't it? So we have, in fact, we have two A-shaped key level that have been broken on here, one here and one above. Now you need to use the latest breakout. Very important. You need to use the latest and the most recent breakout for your trade. And of course, this trade I caught it as well, because this was around around London close. Right, so let's do a simple trick, and this is where we want to look for our entry. All right, we already have all our confirmation, everything ready, so all we need to do is to enter. So where are we going to enter? It's quite simple. It's quite simple. Where are we going to enter? We're going to enter somewhere around here. Why? Because of this same thing I've shared with us in the recent video. So this is a key level, and what key level is that? A shape key level. If you are following me, I just want you to like the video and leave a comment below as well. Okay, so it's, remember that once you have been able to confirm this, then you can choose to take your entry from any of those. Target 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio, depending on your risk appetite, and of course depending on how well you have, you know, studied the chart. So it all depends on you. So this information is literally showing you exactly how you can start navigating the market and learn the secret way of trading. So as you can see, we have a very nice tap on there, and price continued to the upside. All right, price continued to the upside into the current price action. Now, if you have watched this video to this particular time, it means you are really serious about your trading. You are sincerely serious. Just like this particular setup, you can catch a lot of setups like this, just like this one we caught yesterday, just like this one I caught today. Of course, not this one wasn't yesterday, this one was during the Asian session, and of course that's a system on its own. Now I'm willing to show you my secret method of trading Malaysian support and resistance, coupled with my simple confirmation method, which I can literally reveal to you. As you can see on here, these are my secret indicators that if I enable them now, boom, I know the key levels that might likely be used. So in case you really want to learn, I want to do something really quick. And please, I don't want you to tell people about this, because this information is only available to people that watch the video to the end. Okay, so all I want you to do right now is to type something like this. Just type "I want," or type "I really want financial freedom." And if you type this and send to my DM on Telegram, or if you type it on the comment section below, I'm going to show you, or rather give you a simple, or give you an access, a 40% off, 35% to 50% off discount to join the Komepips Academy, which is my secret mentorship, and of course you get access to VIP signals as well. All right, please don't tell anybody about this. All you need to let me know. Now 50% will be available to only those in Nigeria specifically, or if you're in Africa, you might just consider, but I'll give you a discount between 35% to 50% discount to join the Komepips Academy and the mentorship, and of course you are about to change your trading game forever. I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you want to learn about providing fair value, seeking liquidity, I recommend you watch the video I dropped in the video description, or simply check the end screen right now. Don't forget to also visit my website www.komepips.com, and see you on the profitable side of the market.